Hello, everyone. Good evening. It is 6:05. Y'all enjoyed the snow? Y'all know I hate the snow, but I was out there. I most definitely was out there in it. I was out there in it 2 days straight. I was out there. So driving was bad, but I don't like to drive in the rain or the snow, but I did it because I had something to do. And I went to Philly. Philly roads was terrible. It was terrible, but I made it through. You know what I'm saying? I drove the speed limit. Like I really drove like 20 miles and 15 miles but for real, people was crashing up. People like I got on my live and I was like, when you're at when you're driving and stuff, you have to be able to know, like, don't slam on brakes. Somebody made a comment. I don't think I replied to it yet, but they said you learned something. Something. It might have been on my YouTube channel. But in my lifetime driving cars, I've done crashed up so many of my cars. Like, I'm starting to learn to slow down and just drive the minimum speed limit because I'm always in a rush to go somewhere. So these last 2 days, I really have been driving the speed limit. And people, some people, like them big trucks be on the highway, them trucks is too big, so you gotta watch. You gotta watch. So I would just stop and let them go in front of me. Any other time, I'll be trying to speed in front of them and speed up. But it was an experience. It was an experience. In some places, I tried to go to work today and I couldn't get in the parking lot. Like, I couldn't get in the parking lot. Hey, y'all. I actually couldn't get in the parking lot. Like, I drove in the parking lot, and when I got up to a little bit, my truck started sliding, and I was like, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this. I took a chance, and because I know myself, I'll be in a ditch somewhere or my shit will be crashed up, and then I'll be looking like, here I go again. So I said no, and I came back home. But for the last 2 days, like halfway going to Philly, it was real bad. It was real bad because it was still snowing, so it was real bad. Like, like many years ago, they had salt trucks. Like when you get on the highway, you can see the salt trucks. You be moving out the way from the salt trucks and shit. Not no more. Not no more. If they come and they come, they already came and they left, or they just didn't come. And I'm looking like, and for DC, they ain't do nothing. For Philly, a little bit of the streets, but for real, they didn't do nothing down there. Like, people actually was getting out their cars and had their own shovels and was shoveling their tires out. And I was like, Allah, please, because I ain't got shovel the first. I got a damn broom. I was like, Allah, please don't let me get stuck where I have to get out my truck and find somebody to try to help me get out of a ditch or something, because I'm going to be mad as hell. So, ladies, I did, and the ones that called me and they sent me their money, they got theirs. I already sent them off. I sent them off today. So, these are the Barnetts. They come in these little bags, which is really cute. I think this was kind of unique. So, these are my two that I have left. So, I'm going to open them and show them. So, they're real cute. So the people that had called and, they sent me their money and they wanted it, they made their deposit, some of them paid, I sent them, and they wanted them, I sent it to them already. But they're really cute. So this one, everybody know, I don't know if you know, but I love Betty Boo. I have a Betty Boo tattoo. I love Betty Boo. So this is one with her on it, Betty Boo. So it's like, it's reversible. This is what's in the inside. So it's reversible. So when you reverse it, it doesn't have, like a logo on it, but you can reverse it. So this is one of the Betty Boop ones. They're really cute. So that's that one. And there we have this one. The bags are unique. Like, I like people, when you have a product to take, what I would say, be respectful. I guess be respectful with your product. Be very unique. Bring it to, you have to bring your stuff to life for somebody else to want to purchase it. So what I'm saying by like, make it, what I would say, I said unique, but make it real, real, what else would I would say about it? Make it real, real cute or something like that for somebody. Make it attractive. Make it really attractive for somebody to say, shit, that looks so cute, I want to buy it, So this one says, throw glitter, no shade. This one says, throw glitter, no shade. So this is a black one, and then it's reversed to be pink. So they are really, really, really cute. So you know me, I'll do a live and I'll have on one. But they're really cute. And it's like the satin material. It's washable. It doesn't, she explained, it doesn't, everything gets a wear and a tear, how you take care of your stuff. But I just think, like some stuff you put in, it's the elastic look like it's, it's holding. Don't nobody got no giant heads, so, it should hold. And it's all the way through. You can move it around and adjust it, saying, to how you want it to ruffle up or whatever, ladies. But they're real cute. As I said, this one says, throw glitter, no shade. Which we know a lot of people, they don't know how to do that, but it's cool. And then, you fold it. You can keep it in your bag if you want to. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? And put it back in the bag. The bag's drawstring it, and hang them up. You know what I'm saying? And I have a little shelf. I'm hanging mine up. You know what I'm saying? So it's cute. And this one again is the Betty Boop one. I think this is really cute. This is cute. And then again, in the inside, it's like the reddish pink, like a deep pink, deep reddish. And then you just turn them over. I'm not saying wearing it outside as an outfit, but hey, I take that back. You do what you want to do. If you feel like you can wear it outside as an outfit, do what you want to do. Some people, you never know what people are going through, honey. They might not feel like doing their hair. They have to wrap it up, put a bonnet on, and run it out of there. So, and they come in their little bags again. You can just put in their little bags and hang it up. So I said I was coming on here to share that with y'all, and I did. So at the end of the day, it's 2025, Nobody has time for bullshit. Like, keep that shit going on somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. I'm going to do some things, as I have some speaking platforms that I will be on, probably, I don't think it'll be this month. Might be at the end of this month. At the end of this month, I'll be on some platforms and I'll be speaking. And I'll upload it to Facebook. And I will come on Facebook and I will tell y'all if you want to watch it or join in or whatever the case may be. Other than that, y'all, everything is peachy. Everything is peachy. Like, with me, I have to put myself in a bracket, you know what I'm saying, to know if I want to keep on entertaining the bullshit, or for me, I got other shit to do. I got better shit to do. The internet is not my life. They are cute. Thanks, sis. The internet is not my life. I have a life. I have things to do. So, sometimes I have to learn to ignore the ignorance. And is it hard? It's hard as hell, but I'm doing it because I'm getting to a point where I'm listening to people that I should have been listening to the first time. So I'm going to leave it at that. I know a lot of people who really fuck with me and they love me and they don't want to keep seeing me go down the same road. So I'm going to give them that much respect, as give myself that much respect. Because a lot of people, they just don't have lives, man, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And when you see shit is not worth it, just laugh. That's all you can do is laugh, breathe, and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. But I told you, ladies. Thanks, Brenda. To you too. They have this app out. Well, this lady, she gives a training, like a little training. It's not a class, but it's like a training platform where you can learn how to make your own whiskey, and liquor and whiskey. And I think I said something to y'all about that before. So I did go to one of them, and what she was explaining, it looked real simple. It looked real simple, but anything that you do and whatever you do, you know, as far as business wise, or you know, whatever you're trying to sell, if it's your product or whatever, you have to market it yourself. So she gave like a line, you know, of how you would, when you put it together, you would go and you would have like a, say if you have a pop-up and you, what's up, cuz? If you have a pop-up or something like that, and you would go and you would do the wine tasting or you would do the liquor tasting, you have a choice. Do you have to put money in anything that you do that's business-wise? You have to put out something in order to get something back. So you have to put out a couple of dollars, you know what I'm saying, to see which wine you want to go with or what liquor you want to go with. So I didn't pick out anything. I just went and watched. So as I'm watching, it looks very easy. It looks like it will be like a fast-paced thing, but I know it's not, you know what I'm saying? I know it's not. I'm not saying that I'm going to do it, but I'm just putting it out there in case any other ladies will want to do something like that. It's, you do have to put out, because it's a packet. She gives you a packet. It's a packet. In the packet comes like the different flavors. You can mix yourself and see which wine you would like or which liquor you would like to mix. And then you would go, and they have a place where you would go in your state. It comes in your state, and you would go and they would help you out. Then you pick your bottle out, what liquor bottle you want or what wine bottle. So it seems very interesting. So if some of the ladies want to get into that, that's fine. Another thing, if any ladies didn't get Astorcia's hair pomade, if you didn't get your jar, please let me know. I had 3 returned and I sent them back. I don't know if it was because of the shipping or it was because of the weather or what, but I sent them back today. So if you didn't receive it and you already paid me for it, don't worry about the pay or the shipment. Just let me know that you didn't get it and I'll just send you another jar out. No problem. Because these 3 ladies, I sent theirs back out. You know, when I look, I haven't been to my mailbox in a while. So when I went over there, because I had to send these out to the ladies. So I went over there and I seen they was in the box. They had returned them back. So I don't know if it was because of the shipping or what, but I went and I rewrote the addresses and stuff because I know sometimes my handwriting is funny. I try so hard with my handwriting. And sometimes they can't see, you know, the label is so small when you're sending it out. So I had to like write it kind of big, you know, for her. And then the lady, she showed me how to go in the computer. So she actually gave me something today which I can do my own labels at home and I don't have to go to the post office, which I didn't even know that. And she showed me in the computer where I can go in the computer and I can highlight it, which means when I'm putting it in the computer for the label, for the numbers and stuff like that, instead of making them big, I can highlight. You know, like you use a highlighter. It was a serious highlighter. I was like, okay, wow, this is interesting. That way, when you know, like when the post office or the post person is delivering it, it's no way they can't see it. You know what I'm saying? There's no way they can't see what the number is or whatever. So I also started to do it. Did I hold on. This little stuff came out. This straw. I'll tell you. I also doing it where I can scan it. She showed me how I can scan it from my phone. When I'm labeling it, I can scan it from my phone, and it will go to the person, and then the scanner thing will alert me that it went out for delivery and they should get it. So she showed me a couple of ways, and I signed up for it. I paid for it, so it's cool. It's gonna be easier for me than just because I usually just get the labels and write the person name out and write the address out. But she showed me something different today, and I said, shit, why not? This is easier. You know what I'm saying? All I do is print it up, pop it on the bag, and let it go. So it's a lot, you know what I'm saying? But we just have to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused. Yeah, my cousin said it's worth having. So you just have to, you have to stay focused. You have to stay, like, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, don't let other bullshit discourage you from your business. You know what I'm saying? Because it's these people, you got a lot of people, man, they going down the drain by the day. They going down the drain. They not going to have anything, you know what I'm saying? And if you keep getting into that shit, it's promoting nothing, and you're going nowhere. You got this. I know, cuz I love you. You too. So, that was one of the things. So, like I said, if any of the ladies, if you didn't get it, inbox me, call me, let me know. You don't have to pay anything else. I'm going to send it right back out. So, it's 2025, as I said. I hope everybody have new goals for yourself this year. And, whatever it is that you're doing, stay on track with it. You know what I'm saying? Stay on track with it. Make it the best for your success. And thank you all for my son. My son is doing a tremendous job. He's staying on his grind about his music. So, it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. He got a lot of little offers and stuff. He hasn't. Where so we order. You gotta call me. You my blood. So he got a lot of different little offers, and different people has been hitting him for different things. We can't be everywhere at one time. You know what I'm saying? So you have to sit down and map it out and see which way you want to go. So he's gonna see which way he want to go with stuff, and he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be on this way with this little music. I'm proud of my son. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. So other than that, y'all, I hope everybody had a good New Year's. Even though I was not dominant on this snow shit, I was like, you ought to be laughing. I was not dominant on the snow shit. I was like, that shit ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna snow. Because, I think the worst snow we have had, I don't know. Because, I was gone for a minute. But I remember, I think it was 2007 or 8, somewhere around there, when we had a real, real bad snow. And I was living on 55th Street by Clay Terrace. And, my street was real small. So everybody on the street, we got together. And we was plowing each other out and shoveling each other out and making parking spaces. We had to go get like the cones and make parking spaces because people was coming in and people was parking in people parking spaces, honey. And a dude and a dude and another dude got into a fight over the damn parking space. I would never forget that, on 55th Street Northeast, right around the circle from Clay Terrace. Man, they got into a vicious fight out there, got to hitting each other cars. That's the blizzard I remember. And I don't remember any other blizzard like this. To me, really wasn't as high as that one, because I think we had like 6 or 7 feet. I know that shit was up to my knees, and y'all know I'm short now. I ain't no tall person. I'm short. So for that shit to come up to my knees, yeah, that was a lot of snow. So I don't remember us having like a real bad blizzard. And when I was gone, I remember my son saying to me, when I ever called him, he was like, Mom, we had a real bad snow blizzard or something. I don't remember. So this right here, I was not counting on it. I was like, man, this shit gonna be like it always be. They gonna hype that shit up. People gonna, now whatever they didn't use. I think the only thing a person can't return to the store is like bread. His thanks, cuz my cousin said my son music is good. I think people can't return bread, milk, eggs. What else they can? I guess fruit. But the way we going out here in this world today, these motherfuckers will return anything. They will return anything. So now I'm looking like, okay, 2 days snow, it's gone, it's about to clear up. Tomorrow it's gonna be a little bit, it's probably, if it don't freeze and the ice end up like melting a little bit, people gonna be in Walmart, they gonna be in a safe way, they gonna be taking shit back. They gonna be taking shit back. What's up, sis? They gonna be taking shit back. Now, I remember back in my days, because I've done it, when I bought something from Nordstrom's, because Nordstrom's used to be, you take that shit back, they give you your money. So when I was doing my little stunts and my little hustles, motherfucker pulled up the paperwork, somehow I'm going this petty place, but they ain't pull that paper up. Okay, cool. Carry on. So when I was going to Nordstrom's, I would return shit. I surely would. I would buy with a check or a credit card and take it back and get the money. And I was in Nordstrom's like 2 weeks ago because I was looking for something for my granddaughter. And I seen these two girls in there. Not saying that that's what they was doing, but they was returning some shit and both of them had bags. And I was just like, some shit just don't change. Some shit don't change for certain people. You know what I'm saying? But today, all my cousins on here, y'all. What's up, cuz? Today, like, I don't think it would be nothing in Nordstrom that I would buy today and I would take it and return it because I don't need the money. You know what I'm saying? Back then when I was doing what I was doing, you damn right, I needed the money. I bought it with a check or a credit card and I took it and returned it and got my money and did what I was supposed to do, did what I wanted to do. Yes, you see him on here. LaShawn to call you out, cuz. So, I seen them in Nordstrom's, and they had 2 bags. Two girls apiece. Anybody that go to Nordstrom's got their own rack. They got their own side where they do all returns. So, I remember one day, and she gonna get me. She might not. Me and my cousin Keisha. So I had got some stuff. And I ain't going into detail of what I got. Everybody know what Nordstrom sell. Bags, watches, shoes, all type of high price shit. So I had got a lot of stuff. I had went 2 days straight. So I had got her a lot of stuff. And my cousin Keisha, she's not thick. She kind of thick now. But back then, Keisha was thin, you know what I'm saying? Keisha had bomb shape back then. So I got her a lot of stuff and I got myself a lot of stuff. So we are in our grandmother's house by D Street. We in there trying this shit on and Granny sitting in the chair, she joning on us talking about, y'all ass can't fit that shit y'all y'all gonna take that shit back. I know y'all taking it back, so me and Keisha we in there laughing. But we trying on all the shit. So it was a lot of stuff that she didn't like, that she didn't want. But she not like me. She is like her and my sister, my cousins and them, they not like me. And what I mean by not like me, they're not the type to be like, well, I'm going to just take this shit back. I'm taking that shit back. There'll be more of like, well, let me see what I can do with it. Or let me see if I can give it to one of my friends or one of my family members. Me, bag that shit up, I'm taking it back. So, Keisha didn't know. She was like, cuz you ain't going to be able to take it back. So I said, yes, I am, Keisha, bag it up. They going to do one or two things. They either going to give us the money for it or they going to give us a store credit. If they give us a store credit, you can go in there and buy what you want. So I went in there and I took her stuff back first. So the girl, she came to the rest. You know, we got a lot of people. You know, I realize it now, but back then I ain't give a fuck. Women today are very envious and jealous. All they got to do is see you doing something, and then they be talking shit. Like with me, if I ever worked in a department store or grocery stores, I'm not going to be. That's not. And I keep trying to explain to these hoes. That's not y'all shit y'all worried about. Get them people that shit and keep it moving. So I get in the Nordstrom's. The receipt says charged by credit card. In Nordstrom's, it doesn't matter if you charge it by a credit card or you write a check or you pay cash. If you're returning, you get your money back as long as in the 90 days of the receipt that you bought it. Sometimes if you don't have a receipt, they give you a store credit. Anybody in the world should know that. So I get in line with her shit. This bra in line hating like a motherfucker. So I tell her, I said, these items I want to return. So I'm giving her the option to say to me, you can get your cash back and you can get a store credit. She said, if you don't have no receipt, you can't return. And around this time, my friend Tracy was working at Nordstrom's. But I did not want to go in her line because I ain't want to, we friends. And I ain't want, you know, Nordstrom's, them motherfuckers, they watch you on the camera. And I didn't want, because I knew what she was going to do. She was going to automatically give me the money back. But I didn't, hey y'all, I didn't want her to get in trouble. I ain't want her to seem like they put her with my scheming shit because I was scheming. Scamming, scheming, stealing, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So she was like, you want to return all this stuff? So I said, yes, I do. I said I bought it as a gift for my cousin and she doesn't like it and some of it she can't fit. So I didn't let Keisha go in the store with me. I told her, I said, drop me off and you go drive around or go in the mall somewhere and I'll find you. That's one thing I never did. Like when I did shit like that, I never wanted to take nobody with me because I knew they was taking pictures of me or some kind of way I didn't want them to be affiliated. And when I got locked up, I had seen that they had a picture of my fucking granddaughter in the shopping cart. That shit made me mad, but I was glad at the time my granddaughter was a baby, so they couldn't do nothing. So this bitch in line hating like shit. So she gets the ringing and stuff up. It came up to $580 something, right? So she was like, well, some of this stuff, it's on sale. It's not, you're not going to get the regular price. So I'm looking at her like, you done lost your fucking mind. I got the receipt for everything that I bought. One of her shirts was like $179 or something like that. So she was like, you spent almost like $1,200-$1,300. And so I'm looking at her like, that's irrelevant. What I'm telling you is, this little petty shit that I'm bringing back for $500 something, I want my money for it. Like, basically. This bitch still in line. So I started getting irritated because I felt she was trying to be, she was trying to be funny. So she comes and say, well, I'm going to just ring everything up again over. So now I'm thinking, is this bitch, because you know, you gotta, when you doing shit like that, you gotta be cautious and you gotta, hold on y'all. I don't know why this damn straw. You gotta be cautious and you gotta be on point because the receipt says credit card. But a lot of these bitches, they will push the button on you from the back of the registers for security to come, right? So I'm like, I'm sitting, I'm watching her. She don't even know that I'm watching her literally. Like, bitch, I'm watching your hand. I'm watching the way you move, the way you move in the clothes, everything. So she's talking about, well, let me rank, hold on, I rung it up in here as credit, but since you had your receipt, you get your cash back. So I'm looking at this bitch like, bitch, you hating like shit over $500 that don't fucking belong to you. So she bring the shit up again. At this point, we had pages. Keisha is paging me because she like, it don't take that long for somebody to return something. I can't call her back because I'm trying to get the shit so I can get out the door. So anytime I go in a store, when I was doing it, for me, I had to make sure I can see an exit and I can see the register. That way, if some shit go down, I'm able to run out the store, walk out the store, or I'm going to get away however the fuck. So she's standing there. So I said to her, I said, check this out. What you trying to do? Because she had pissed me off. I'm like, bitch, it don't take this long. Ring. If I was the other color, you'd have been gave them their money back and gave them some extra shit. So I say, listen, what's going on, young lady? So she like, nah, I'm ringing it up for you, but I rung it up as a credit. I forgot that you had your receipt and it said credit card, so you able to get your, bitch, how the fuck could you forget that and you got the receipt in your hand? So I'm looking at her, so I'm saying to myself, so I'm looking at her, I'm looking to see where the cameras are, I'm looking at the bitch hand watching her, and I'm looking around, you know what I'm saying, like, did this bitch push the security button or something? So she take it, she like, Shonda here laughing, she like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna ring it up, and I'm gonna give you your cash back. Anybody that been in Nordstrom's, you know, they don't get, when you do your return, they don't give you cash right at that register. They give you the receipt part, like a little voucher thing. You got to take it upstairs to the 3rd floor and cash it out. So I'm looking at this bitch. So now I'm saying in my mind, like, do I want to go to the 3rd floor to cash it out? Because this bitch taking too long. I went, see, sometimes when I was doing it, I had to get smart. You got to be smarter than your fucking opponent. And right now, what's going on with me, I gotta be smarter than my ops. I gotta be smarter than the motherfucking ops. So I'm in the bracket of doing this shit now, but a different way. So I went and stood in front of the, you know, like Nordstrom's got the cash register podium part and the register right there. Man, I stood on the side of that motherfucking register and looked around her. At this point, I was like, fuck it. Because whatever is going to happen is going to happen. Either they going to come down here and they going to lock me up, or I'm getting the fuck out of here, or they going to tell me they not going to return the shit. Plain and simple. It's only one of the three. So I go and I stand on the side of the joint and I'm looking at the computer. So I said, what's going on? Because you're taking a long time. So I see where she had rung it up and she put it in there as credit. Then she came back and she had to ring all the stuff. So now she getting all, I guess she caught that I caught on. So she trying to ring it up fast now. So I'm saying to myself, I want to punch this bitch right in her fucking face because you taking all day to do this trying to be funny for no reason. This is not, that's why I hate these bitches that working. Forgive me if y'all on here and y'all work doing retail. I'm letting you know that shit that you are working for in them stores do not belong to them. People do not care about you. If somebody walk out that door and steal something and you're there, they're going to fire your ass. They don't give a fuck about you. Stop worrying about what the fuck somebody walking out of there with. And I'm going to tell y'all a Family Dollar even. That shit don't belong. I'm not worried about no shit that don't belong to me. I'm going to worry about my safety in my life. I'm not chasing no nigga out no door if he steal a motherfucking roll of butter. If he steal some bread. If he steal some clothes, I'm not chasing his ass. So I'm looking at her like, you bitches is so petty, man. This shit don't belong to y'all. So she ring the shit up. She give me the little voucher card. I said, I had to think. Doing that type of shit, you gotta think before you act. Sometimes, in some cases, like in the furniture, when I have to go buy furniture, I ain't give a fuck. Write the check, give it to them. They call Telecheck and Equifax. They get them the code, get them the little 4-pin number. I tell them, load that shit up on my U-Haul and I'm gone. But clothes, shoes, bags, and shit like that. 18th and D, them niggas around there tell you. Every week I was around that motherfucker with 6 or 7 pair of tennis shoes. Everybody got shoes. So when you're doing certain shit, you just gotta be aware. So I take the voucher card from her and I walk around the store. I sees my best friend. I see Tracy. So I'm looking at her and I'm giving her the eye like, don't say nothing to me, and I'm not, cause she know what I'm doing. Don't say nothing to me, and I'm not gonna say nothing to you. So I had to walk past her fucking, where she was standing there for her clothes. She was doing the shoes and shit. I had to walk past her to go around. So I'm walking around because, at this time I'm walking around because I'm making sure no security is coming or I don't see nobody before I get on the fucking elevator or the escalator to go upstairs to cash the voucher out. So anyway, I went to cash the voucher out. You know, when you cash your voucher out, you gotta give them your ID. And the lady that cashed the voucher out was more fast than the bitch that put it in the fucking system. But I'm just saying, like, and then I waited. 2 days later, I took my shit back. But I took her shit to the Nordstroms in Pentagon City. Everybody from DC, y'all know what I'm talking about. The Nordstroms in Pentagon City. They racist as a motherfucking hip. And I took my shit to the Nordstrom and Tyson's. So I took my stuff back 2 days later and got my money back too. So my cousin Keisha, I finally get outside. She outside. She sweating and shit. She sweating and shit. So when I get outside, I see her car across the street from Pentagon City on the other side. So I get out. I runs across the street to the car. She in the car. So I was like, she's talking about, bitch, I done got out the car. I was paging you. Because, you know, back then we had to use pages and you had to go to a phone booth. She like, I was at 3 or 4 phone booths. Where the fuck you was at? I didn't think you was making it out. It was just so funny how she was just so red up. She was like, this bitch done got locked up. What the fuck I'm gonna do, right? So I was like, we good. So I gave her, I split it down with her. That's my motherfucking cousin. I split it down with her, right? So she was like, you actually took it back? They gave you the money back? I was like, yeah. So we leave. I give her, she went bored with that. Whatever she wanted to buy whatever she wanted. And that's how I was with my friends and shit. Some bitches I will never in my motherfucking life, Allah, please forgive me, I will never ever give them a dime or do nothing for their ass. Bitches are disrespectful and ungrateful and so fast how we forget. But cool, thank you. Moving right along. So 2 days later, I took my shit back to Tyson's. I really didn't have no problems. I really didn't. I went to the other color. She didn't do all that. She rung that shit up in the register, and she gave me the voucher. I went upstairs, got my money, and kept it moving. Louis Vuitton and Gucci, now they are more, I'll say they more, how should I say? They more alert than they used to be back there. Years ago when I was doing them checks and credit cards, you could walk up in the they would not judge you. You could walk up in the motherfuckers. I think everybody know Miss Ann by now. Miss Ann, LGBTQ Miss Ann. We was at the Soul Train Awards in Cali. And when I came out that Chanel store with 3 Chanel bags, she like to pass the fuck out. She was like, this bitch is terrible. But with me, I try my hand. Whatever, if it's something that I really wanted, I'm going to get it. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm going to figure it out. What you say, cuz? I had something like that happen, and you was in Woodbridge, Virginia, down here. They racist as shit when we first moved there. Yes, they racist as shit at Woodbridge. So we was at the Soul Train Awards, and we all was going shopping. So at the time, and Keith, if he's on here, Keith Lemons was with me. Keith know this whole story because he was with us. So she talking about, bitch, we is going to Hollywood Boulevard and all that. I was like, let's go. So she's saying in her head to me like, this bitch is not, I know she not, I know store she not gonna try nothing out here. We's in Cali. I was like, I don't give a fuck where we at. If y'all want shopping, I'm going shopping too. So we get on the boulevard. That we always doing the same thing, checks the credit cards. But with me, I don't like to mingle. I don't like to go with my, like, we all ain't gonna go in the same store. I ain't with that shit right there. I'm going in the store by myself, or I'm going with one person. And if she doing what I'm doing or he doing what I'm doing, we don't fucking know each other. That's the best way to do it. We don't know each other. So Keith didn't go in the store with us. Keith was like, I'm not fucking with y'all. I'm not fucking with y'all. So he stayed in the car with Consuela and another one. And with the Gucci. And I went to Chanel. She come out of Gucci. She wanted this Gucci watch. I had already had, me and my cousin Keisha, and I bought Keisha one. And the reason why I bought Keisha that watch that time is because Keisha did not, when I told her to take me somewhere, Keisha, I don't give a fuck if she was at work. She be like, what time you trying to go, cuz? I be like, meet me around 18th and D. She'll meet me around 18th and D, and we be gone. So we had already had the watches. And wanted to watch. So she went in there, and I went in Chanel. She had no idea, because when I came out the store, the way her face was looking, she was like, this little bitch. So I go in Chanel. They in there. That's why I said times are so different now when you doing shit. Like, people just so fucking nosy, want to be all on your back, want to know what you doing, and telling everything online to the motherfucking police for real. So I go in Chanel. I'm looking in there. So as I'm looking, I'm calculating shit, and I'm like, so I went to the machine, and it will tell you, you know, you walk in the store, they'll say what they accept, cash, check, or credit card. So I'm looking on the thing, and it said cash, check, or credit card. So I'm saying, okay, so I'm good. So I go in there. I came out of Chanel. I had a bag, some shoes, and a wallet. So I'm in Chanel, but I'm saying to myself, like, these people, I don't know. So I got in my head after I started, because I hate when you go in the store and a motherfucker walk around with you. Can I help you? Are you okay? Don't walk around with me. If I see something I want, I'm going to get the shit, or I'm not. Or if I ask you a question, then you can help me. Don't walk around me because you make me feel some type of way. So the bra, she did not bother me. She was like, these are the bags over here. These the wallets. And so I asked her about the shoes. Some white tennis shoes, and they had the Chanel symbols on the top part. So I asked her about the shoes. So I said, what sizes do they come in? So she started telling me the size. So I was like, yeah, I said, I'm going to get a pair now. So my eyes, I started thinking, I'm going to get a pair of them. I'm going to get that bag, and I'm going to get I said, fuck, I'm going to just get a wallet. So she comes to I go and get her. She on the other side, I go and get her. I said, let me get them shoes right there. I need the size 8, and I'm going to get that bag and that wallet. That shit came up to $6,839. So I'm saying, I'm in the motherfucker, I'm sweating. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, I was sweating. So I'm looking around, and I'm looking at the door. I'm looking everywhere, and I know they're across the street in the car. So I'm saying to myself, if this shit don't go off like I planned, or I get this shit and I get ready to hit the door and security grab me, it's going down. So I tie my tennis shoes up real tight. So I tie my tennis shoes up. So I look out the door, I see them in the car, right? Ann hadn't come out the Gucci store yet. She was still in there. So she said, how you want to do it? So I said, I want to do it 2 ways. I want to write a check for half of it, and the balance going to go on my card. So she said, okay, you can do that. So she rung the shoes and the bag up. So I paid for that, and the half of that, then I put that with the wallet. So I ain't lying, I'm in the motherfucker, I'm sweating. So at this time, I didn't have my hair like this. My hair was in a French braid. I had a French braid, and it was up. And actually, Ann had did my fucking hair. So I was like, this motherfucking little French braid. I was like, this motherfucker, she wanted to do my hair again so I could go to the fucking Soul Train Awards because I'm in this bitch sweating. Hey, y'all. So I get to the door. So when I get to I got the bag. I had 3 bags. I had the wallet in a little small bag. The pocketbook was in a big bag, and the shoes was in another bag. So I got the shoes in the pocketbook on this arm, and I got the wallet in this hand. So I get to the door, and I put the wallet on the door. And when I pushed the door, and that motherfucker opened, and I ain't feel nobody, I said, oh, it's on and popping out this motherfucker. It's on and popping. So I get outside, and here she come. She was like, okay, I can say the car was right here. I was like, maybe like this way. So I had to walk to them. She like 3 stores up, so she had to walk there. Baby, when she came, she was coming to the store like maybe like 3 minutes after I got right at the center, because I had to wait for the traffic to stop so I could cross the street. When she seen them bags in my motherfucker head, she was like, no, the fuck you did. She was like, no, and Keith Lemons was with us. Keith was like, Miss Girl, you don't win in there. I was like, I sure did. So I get in the car, all of us in the car, they laughing at me like they knew they was like, your ass is terrible. So Ann was like, I don't give a fuck what she bought. All I know is she came out that motherfucking Chanel store with 3 bags. It did not matter. She didn't even want to see what I bought. She was like, I don't care what she bought. All I know is she got it. So we put it off. We gone on about our business. We went on. But now, like when I was just out there, when I was just out Cali for my birthday, it is so different. Like back when I did that shit, you were able to walk in the store. You were able to, move around. It's like now you go to that shit out there, they want, I don't like that. They want to walk around with you, keep asking you, you need help? Can I help you with something? Don't be on my back like that. I can't stand that shit. It make me don't want to buy nothing. I will leave. I really will leave. I will leave. And Sister Karima on here, Karima was, when I was video, she was like, they ain't gonna let you video. They wouldn't. Like, it is so different. Now, if I walk in that motherfucker with a credit card, it gonna have my name. It's gonna be my paper, and I'm gonna have to figure it out. But I would not do that shit. Like, now shit is just so fucked. You could, like, back when I was doing that shit, man, I remember one time I went with my brother Rico, may he rest in peace, and Rico was like, you not gonna get this car back. You not gonna get this car. I bought a little ass Mustang. He was like, Black, these people is not gonna let you put no motherfucking $3,000 down with a check. Black, you're not gonna. And I was like, Rico, drive me to the fucking place. He drove me to the place, and I came off with the car. Now you go do, they be doing so much. They do too much now. I just be like, man, it's not even worth it. Like the scam shit, it's not even worth it. It's not worth it. You're not getting the value of whatever you're trying to get. You're not getting nothing with that shit no more. I wouldn't dare try that shit. So like, I had my fun with it. I did. Now I was about to say about Family Dollar. This motherfucker in Family Dollar. Now, I go to Family Dollar. I surely do. I go in that motherfucker like, if I don't, Costco's line be so long. And the lady told me about Costco's. And so I had went in there with one of my friends because she got a Costco. I haven't renewed my Costco card yet. I will. But she was like, I'm going. So I said, fuck it. I'm going ahead and get like a whole box of toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? So we go in there. The fucking line was, I was like, man, I can't stand here. I can't stand. So I go to Family Dollar and get the $11 pack of toilet paper. They got like 36 in the roll and shit, right? This nigga in motherfucking Family Dollar, man. And don't get me wrong, I know we all come up on hard times. I know a lot of people is fucked up, like for real, seriously fucked up. This nigga in Family Dollar, he in line. Okay, so Family Dollar has a dollar side. It's not really $1. It's like $1.25, just like Dollar Tree. So when you add it up, You might was instead of saying $1.25, you might as well say $1.50 because they're gonna add the taxes. This nigga in line with $25 worth of shit with $17 in his pocket. Instead of saying, can anybody in here really help me? He had all toiletries. Instead of just saying, can anybody in here help me, you know what I'm saying, with the balance of what I need, or see if somebody would help you, or just be like, put some of this shit back and give me what I can get for the $17. This motherfucker going off. You stinking ass bitches. Fuck you bitches. Y'all can suck my this, that, and the oven. And I'm like, Slim, it's 2 o'clock in the fucking daytime. Whatever you was smoking early this morning, you shouldn't have brought that shit in here. And you knew motherfucking well you ain't had enough of all that shit in that basket. Like, come on. Honey, the girl told him, she said, listen, you only had $17. The shit is 25 something. What do you want to do, sir? I can't help you. Bitch, you can go ahead. You should just go ahead and cash this. People got hard times out this motherfucker. I need this shit. He going off. Never did I think this nigga was going to do what he did. So the girl said, listen, I got to take other people in line. So I go to the line all the way at the end. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not standing right here. I go to the line all the way down the end where they got the little, y'all been to Family Dollar before, they got the booth part where the people, you know, where the managers and shit still, it's always a cash register right there. So I go there. So the girl that's ringing us up, it was 2 girls in front of me. She like, this motherfucker always coming in here with this bullshit. Every fucking other day he coming here knowing he ain't got no money. So in my head, should have just ran up. Hey, Karima, you must know this motherfucker. You must know his ass. She said, I get tired of his ass coming in here. My manager, you know, she don't. And I'm saying in my head, first of all, I don't blame your manager because that's not her shit. Who the fuck is chasing somebody for that bullshit? Not me. Honey, a dude got in front of him, got his shit rang up, and he leaving out the door. This motherfucker took, fuck y'all. Y'all kiss my motherfucking ass. See if y'all even get the $17. This motherfucker pushed the whole he pushed the whole motherfucking cart outside in the parking lot. This the kicker. If you stealing, ain't you gonna steal and run with the cart and try to get off the people lot or whatever the case may be? This motherfucker took and pushed the cart to his van and was outside still cussing, putting the shit out the car in his van. I was like, this is 2025. This world cannot be for real, man. This shit cannot be for real. Push the motherfucking car to his van and put the shit in his van and pushed the car up. I said, if this motherfucker ain't crazy for real, what the fuck is going on? Like, people are fucked up. And the dudes, they was laughing. I couldn't even laugh. I was like, did this nigga just cuss these? Because in his head, he knew he was going to do that shit anyway. He knew he was going to do that. It's no way that shit just came to his head like that. He knew he planned that. He knew he was going to do that shit anyway. This motherfucker pushed the cart to his van. You know, you get to your car and you taking your groceries or taking whatever out the bags and put. I was like, this motherfucker, no, he didn't. Man, people are fucking terrible, man. People are fucking terrible. At this point, anything is possible, man. It is what it is. I seen some young girls. I'm going to mind my business because at the end of the day, I would never say I was an angel in nothing I did, but I did what I did, and it was my motherfucking business. When I see young girls stealing, you know, out like Victoria's Secret and shit like that, is it sad? It is. It's very sad. And thou should not steal, thou should not kill, thou should not do a lot of things, but they do. You know, and around Christmas time, they was in Victoria's, they were still in droves. So, you know, in my defense for them, they needed some underwears. they needed some underwears. They were young girls. But if my granddaughter would never do nothing like that because she doesn't have to. And if somebody told me she did, we don't have a problem. But at the end of the day, you know, and they didn't look dirty. They didn't look like they wasn't well taken care of. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they were doing it, but, and they got away with it. They were still in droves. So I guess they said, fuck, maybe their parents wouldn't buy them those type of underwears. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, fuck it, these type of underwears I want, I'm going to take them. It's not right. It's not right. But I don't know what their situation was. But when I seen the little girl putting it in her bag, she gave me a real look, and I turned my motherfucking head to let her know, sweetheart, guess what? I'm not snitching on you. You do what you do. If you get out that door with it, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? But I knew what she was doing, but I guess she said she wanted some Vicky Droves. Hey, shit. Who am I to judge? I done stole everything around this motherfucker. But I wouldn't do it now, today. I don't need to. And I really didn't need to back then. That was just my way of hustling. It was what it was. But, you know, I see these young girls today, man, I guess stealing it is better than selling your body for it. I guess that's how I would put it. They wanted some underwears. But, you know, a lot of shit has really changed. You know, and then this, older people, because I can tell this old lady, older people, man, I understand they're set in their ways, and things they see they don't like, and it's, you know, they want to speak upon it. But the old lady was in the line, and she was like, somebody should lock their little motherfucking asses up out here stealing like that out the store. And I told her, I just feel, instead of you standing here badgering them, judging them, and trying to trash them, you way older than them. If it was really your concern, and you was concerned about them, maybe you should have pulled one of them up and asked them if you could buy them for them, or talk to them and say, you know, y'all ain't got to do that or whatever. I said, but just to be standing here carrying on and cursing and highlighting them for people in the fucking store to see, I don't think that's cool, and you too old for that. You should be in a more saner mind, you know, with what they're doing. If you feel like they're doing something wrong, they're doing it wrong, or they shouldn't be doing that, you should have pulled one of them up to the side and paid for their shit, or ask or tell them not to do it. But you ain't got to signify all over the motherfucking store. And so a dude was behind me, and he was like, you right about that? I said, I don't see shit. Basically, the fuck. And people just don't understand, like, you know, and that's how I feel about it. Because that other color, they steal from us every day. They steal more than we steal. They just do it in a finessing way. We just do it how we do it. Us black people, we do it how we do it. That other color, they steal every motherfucking day. They get food stamps, they get welfare, they get every motherfucking thing. They get good jobs and still be stealing. So, I mean, no one right is a wrong. Shit. And two rights don't make one wrong. So, I mean, at the end of the day, what the fuck? But, you know, some of these young people, man, you don't know what the fuck they going through. You don't know what's going on with them, why they're doing the stuff they do. So, instead of being a judgmental bitch or nigga, if you want to be in their business and know, pull them up and talk to them. But don't badger them all over the motherfucking street and all over that shit don't, I keep telling these people, man, that shit in them stores don't belong to you. If a motherfucker run out the store and you the person in the store, I've seen it happen to bitches. I've seen bitches chase bitches out the stores and they get fired for that shit. Because you chased this person for stealing something, but you left the store wide open. You get fired for that shit. That shit in them stores don't belong to you. I understand you. I heard a bitch talking about, well, I'm the manager and it falls back on the manager and I'm the supervisor. Let me tell you something. Ain't a motherfucking thing falling back on me. My life and my safety is more than that shit, because I'm going to tell you something. They got insurance on that shit. Whether or not the insurance going to pay them or not, that's on them. But the insurance is not going to pay you for your life if you run out here chasing a motherfucker about some stolen shit and you get stabbed up, or if a motherfucker shoot you up, or if a motherfucker say, you want to chase me, bitch, I'm waiting this cut. When you run down him, I'll beat the fuck out you for chasing me. They're not going to pay you for that. And shit has happened to me. I've went in Kohl's and came out of that motherfucker buying my niece a whole bunch of baby stuff. Came out of there, went to my car, and the bitch said she was from loss prevention. And I told her, you gonna be real lost if you follow me to my car. I was playing with her ass. But I mean, I know the shit happens because it's happened to me when I was doing my scams. I went and closed and bought a bunch of baby shit. And the bitch gonna talk about some of that stuff that you had in the stroller you didn't pay for. I told her, and I'm from lost for bitch. I said, you gonna be real lost if you walk behind me to my car. And I pushed the motherfucking stroller in the bags to my car. So, and the next thing I knew, I went back in that motherfucker 2 weeks later, and I went to the register and I told the lady, I said, everything in this cart I need to pay for. You need to do it one by one, because you got a bitch in here from loss prevention, and she came, she said, she not here no more, she got fired. You can't see, these people be trying to do some bitches overdo their jobs. Like, your job is your job. That shit in them stores don't belong to you. And I be tired telling them, that shit don't belong to you. They have insurance on that bullshit. When I used to get around 18D and open my trunk of my car, they'll tell you, every nigga around 18th and D had a pair of motherfucking Jordans or Nikes. I ain't give a fuck. Give me your money. Nikes was $400, $300, and $400 back then. My son stayed fresh, and I had them for sale. I ain't give a fuck. So, people just they be overdoing shit. Would I do it now? Hell no. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for me to do it now. It's not worth it. And on some for real shit, y'all excuse me because I had a little cold. So for real shit, cameras and the way technology and shit is now, I wouldn't do that shit. When I got locked up, I'm sitting in there, I'm like, man, these people bullshit, they ain't got nothing. They had my face, I will never forget this shit. They had my face on bulletin boards. I was like, oh, I'm dead in this motherfucker. They had my face on bulletin, like you go blow your picture up on bulletin boards. And when my mother seen that shit, she lost it. My mother was like, oh my God. So I know now today, and that was back then. I didn't think the cameras was that potent back then. They were. They were. So the cameras and shit today, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's literally not worth it. It's not worth it. I'd rather, instead of doing that, I'd rather go, I would even subject myself, if I had to, go to a motherfucking McDonald's job before I subject myself to go back to doing that shit again. Because it's not worth it. If you don't get caught that day, you going to get caught. And now they giving out time for dumb shit, man. And then some of the shit, they not even giving time out. They just sending you home. You know what I'm saying? But I would be the one, a fortunate motherfucker who doing something online all day and all this other bullshit. They'll be the motherfuckers that go home, and I'll be the motherfucker that stay and get locked up. I will be the one that stay and get locked up. That shit is not worth it. That's why I be telling a lot of people, like, now today, if you doing anything, man, make it worth it. I'm telling you, make it worth it, because when they come to give you a time and lay your ass down, just make sure you have nobody to blame but yourself. That's why in my case, when I went to prison, I had nobody to tell on, nobody to snitch on but myself. So I can only blame myself for what was going on with me, because I did it to myself. I did that shit to myself. Nobody didn't tell on me, and I didn't tell on nobody. I did it to myself. And that's what you're going to be feeling like when you get in the sale. You're going to be like, damn, was this shit really worth it? Was it really worth it? I done helped niggas go in fucking jewelry stores and all type of shit. All type of shit. So, nothing really surprises me these days. You know what I'm saying? I seen some niggas on TV, they went in a fucking jewelry store out Virginia. Let me tell you something. Virginia had their own laws. They make up shit as they go along. So I'm seeing them in the mall. They went in a fucking mall. They had on masks. They went in the mall and robbed the jewelry store, taking all the people rings and chains and shit. But the thing about it is, where the fuck is you going at to sell that shit? You can sell it to a motherfucker on the street, yeah. But at the end of the day, how much money is you really... Because a lot of stuff today is not as of value as it was years ago. Shit, the Jordans was like $380, $390, almost $400 for some Jordans. I was getting $180 for the motherfuckers. I ain't gotta lie. They was coming. They was like, shit, we know Storch about to put a bill with some shoes. I surely was. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta break half. Either half or a third of what you getting. And just imagine now, nigga gonna look at you and be like, nigga, what you getting, $75 for the motherfuckers? Like, come on, man. Nothing is the same out here no more. That's even with cars and shit. And some of these cars are overpriced. Like I had to tell a nigga the other day, I'm not getting that motherfucking car and you gonna put me in the car and I'm gonna be upside down in the car. Motherfucking car's $25,000. By the time I finish paying for the motherfucker, I'm gonna owe $50,000. Fuck that. No, thank you. And some people, you gotta be smart, man. You gotta know what you're doing, because these people will rip you off for a pair of drawers. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. I'm looking at him like, first of all, the thing say $25,000. You come back with this right here, that's man, fuck no. By the time I finish paying for that shit, I could have been done bought 4, 5 more cars on top of this one. Nah, Slim. I don't like car notes at this, so I'm getting ready to take a chance. The fuck is you talking about? But people, man, it's just like, you gotta know what you're doing, man. You gotta really, really fucking know what you're doing. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know what type of people you dealing with. You gotta know where you going for shit. Cause this shit out here, it's not as value as it was years ago. It's not. These cars today are just like fucking cans. Soon as a motherfucker hit you, they blow right up. You know, like big cars years ago, you hit a motherfucking car, you wouldn't even tear the bumper off or nothing. You just hit the motherfucker, car still running good. These motherfuckers, you hit these damn cars, they smack ball up. It's like you driving nothing. So, you know, certain shit just ain't, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. You know, I heard this dude tell this girl, he was like, y'all bitches walking around here thinking y'all buying all these, what do you say, materialistic, pricey clothes. Y'all bitches be going to Shein and Fashion Nova. I said, and so do your girl and every female that you slept with. So why are you bashing them? The fuck? Everybody's on Fashion Nova, Shein, and what's the other one? Temu, all that shit. And to be honest, they got a lot of cute shit. They really do. They have a lot of cute shit. So I'm looking at him like, why is you so mad? Because they not trying to talk to you now. You want to bash them because what they got on. And knowing your bitch that you got at home, she right on the computer like everybody else buying the same shit. She wearing the same shit. Like, make it make sense. These niggas, wow. These people today are weird as fuck. It's funny to me how people, I don't think that way. I don't. And people that know me, they know I don't think that way. If I do something to somebody, yeah, there's a repercussion behind it. But you're not going to literally just keep fucking with me. No, we're not going to do that. But yeah, and I'm talking about females. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to defend yourself against me or anybody else. But not to just literally keep doing it because you think it's fun. You think you're going to get away with it. No, fuck that. But people, man, then you got people thinking, I can do this to this person, but they can't do this to me and my significant other or me and my peoples. Where the fuck they doing that at? You is crazy as fuck. The same shit you dish out is the same shit you gonna get back. Plain and simple. Plain and motherfucking simple. And like I said the other day, I don't get all this. Like, I can't get down with that shit. You talk about me and trash me on social media, I will never speak to you again. Speak to you about what? For what? What do we have to talk about? We don't have nothing to talk about. You cannot be my friend. I don't trust you. And with me, I don't like your ass at all. So I see people, they walk around, they think that shit is cool. Yeah, well, that's my man, and we can get... No, he's not. And no, she's not. Like, people weird as shit. This shit is not up to date to me. This is some fucked up shit. So, for me, I'll stick with my family that I know I can trust and my little bit of friends that I got. Other than that, fuck everybody. And I ain't even playing. I'm on some for real shit. You know, a dude told me, he said, Storsha, you play dirty when you want to. I said, they have no idea. They have no idea. They have no idea. I don't trust these motherfuckers. I don't. I have no reason to. Because every time I try to trust a motherfucker, something always happen. Something always happen. And you fake ass bitches that be on my page talking that shit, talking about she be on live. I think she just like to talk. Bitch, I be talking because I want to. If you got a problem with what I'm saying or how I'm rolling on my page, scroll past and kiss my derriere. For real. Because if you talking about me, I must be doing something right. I've heard it, so I addressed it. Fuck y'all. Now, take that and run with it. And that's how I feel. You don't have nothing to talk about, that's on you. Some people like to listen to me. They be learning shit. But you hating ass bitches, I'm sick of y'all. Like, sick. So have a good life. It's 2025. Breeze on past. And that's for anybody. It's people, I see them on the page. If I don't get attracted to whatever they talking about or whatever they posting, I ain't bashing them. I scroll past that shit. What for? What am I gaining out of that? She saying something I ain't interested in. I scroll past it. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all ain't learned yet. Until somebody puts something, a lot of you motherfuckers, but I think this gonna be the year though. I'm telling you, this gonna be the year. A lot of you motherfuckers, man, y'all got to learn the hard way. Y'all got to learn the hard way, man. Like, for real, y'all got to learn the hard way. Shit that I'm doing, man, I'm just looking at myself like, if my number wasn't so high, if I ever go back to that sale, I would fuck shit up, like literally, seriously. And I wouldn't give a fuck. But I know my number gonna be high. I might not even come back out this motherfucker. So should I have to situate myself to say, should I risk my motherfucking freedom for this bullshit? Knowing that shit gonna get dealt with anyway. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I got too much to live for. My family love me. I ain't sitting around this motherfucker running around trying to find no love. I got a lot. I have a lot. Some motherfuckers have nothing, and you just gotta look at them and be like, you have nothing, you ain't gonna have nothing, there ain't gonna be nothing. Peace the fuck out. And it is what it is. It is what it is. But people, man, and this social media shit, man, you know, and a dude had to tell me, he said, Astorsha, you won't be judged by whoever and whatever, wherever you go. It's the world. And he was right. It's the world we live in. It's the world we live in. He says some of these people that's online, they homeless, they fucked up, they have nothing but to sit on social media and judge another. And that shit is sad. That shit alone is sad. It's sad, but it's the truth. It's the truth. You know, I said the other day I'm watching, and then I learned, like, when they title and stuff, you know how you'll go to a page and you'll see something got a title under, say like Yandy and Medici. They putting on it, them people breaking up, they going through this, that, and the other, and that shit not even true. And we as black people gravitate to lies. We gravitate to a lie about anything than to worry about, let me see if I can find out the truth, or is this the truth? Then they got another damn thing up there where they just went to Ghana and they became Ghanaians. So how the fuck is they breaking up, chasing each other over another bra, and then I just was like, this shit is some pure bullshit. But that's just our mentality about things, our intelligence about things, and a lot of people are fucked up. I told y'all before when I was in Chris Fields, I see people posting Chris Fields and shit. I did that shit way yonder, and I'm glad it's still open and people still get to go there, whatever. But I was in there, and he online, so I'm not gonna say his name. And we was in there eating, and the bra was in there talking about me. She was literally talking about. She's like, I can't stand that bitch. That bitch that she knew how to say my name though. She knew how to say my name. That bitch extortion, and there was two other niggas in there that knew who I was too. She was sitting there. When you go on Chris Fields, it's a long. As soon as you walk in the door, it's long ass curry out table right here, and then they got in the inside the old one. Then the inside they got the booths and shit in there. We sitting at the top of the table. They sitting at the back. Her and two other bras. And the two other bras, they knew exactly who I was. They looking around and looking at her, and I'm like, what the fuck? She back there just talking. So for them, when it was all over, they really thought that she had knew me and she was just doing it. This bitch had never seen me a day in her life. A day, and everybody know back then, I ain't give a fuck. I was whooping ass on sight and still would do it today. But back then, I looked at him, he already knew. He was like, he looked at me and I looked at, so I'm just listening. She like, yeah, that bitch thinks she like that. Ain't nobody scared of that bitch. Fuck that bitch. And called me all type of bitches and everything. Man, I after like the sixth bitch, I got up and I walked to the back. She still, this time I knew she didn't know who I was. So I took my earring. I'm just sitting at the table with him. He eating seafood bisque. I ain't even want nothing to eat. So the other two niggas, they trying to eat their food because they already know what's going to go down. But I took my earrings off, my ring, and I put it in my purse. And I gave him my purse. He was like, Storsha. And I looked at him. I was like, I know the fuck you ain't. Not this bitch. She just gone. Man, I walked back that motherfucker. I said, so the two girls, when they seen me coming, and this is what I'm saying, how bitches is not friends with bitches, because this is what I said to them when it was all over. I said, y'all, I don't even want to talk to y'all bitches, because y'all bitches ain't even a bitch friend. Y'all should have told her that was me right there, because I'm going to tell, if I'm with one of my friends and I know something get ready to pop off and she running her mouth and the bitch in there, bitch, do you know this bitch in here? We get ready to rumble. Man, them bitches got up from that motherfucking table and I said, do you know what Storsha? So she looking at me like, what? Do you know her? So I'm looking, I'm saying, I'm going to fuck this bitch up. I'll beat the shit out of her head. So she was like, yeah, I know that bitch. That's why. And that was the last bitch came out her mouth. Man, I started welling on her ass in that back. Welling on her ass. Then the niggas, they get up. I said, now y'all want, and I told them, get the fuck on me. Now y'all want to break it up. Y'all done sat here and I told this story before. Y'all done sat here and let this bitch call me all type of, she didn't know who the fuck I was. She did not know, and back then, I wasn't on social media as effective as I am now. I don't even think I had a page back then. She did not know who the fuck I was, and that shit clicked to me, because the police came and everything. They was like, so they broke it up. They had already took her out. So the police came to me, they asking me if I'm alright and shit. So the people in Chris Fields, you know, they ain't gonna snitch about nothing. They was like, we don't know what happened. You know, they just was fighting or whatever. Man, I wore that ass. I ain't had a fight like that in a long. I wore that ass out back then. Her motherfucking tracks was flying everywhere, every motherfucking thing. I was like, this bitch done lost her motherfucking watch. So when they was break, I was like, bitch, I'm a Storsha. She was like, what? What? So the dude, he told her that, he said, young, that's a Storsha. That's not no, this bitch said I wasn't me. I was like, so the dude I was with, he was like, this shit don't make no money. So when we went back around 18 for D, he out there, so my brother, you know, Rico was real fast, so he sit up there with his hand on his on his knee like a little bit. He just got his hand on his lap on his knee. He just packed his hand like this motherfucker crazy. She had pulled my hair. I had a motherfucking ponytail. She pulled my ponytail and shit out. I wore that ass out in there. I was like this bitch, and you don't even know who I am. And that's what be going on with people, man. People be talking about people, man. People be saying shit. You had the slightest idea, man, when a motherfucker gonna really jump out there with you and get out your lane, man. I've been really holding. So I be telling people, and a lot of people, they looking at me, they're surprised. They like, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? They like, it ain't worth it, don't do it. You know, I'm hearing all this shit, man. I'm hearing all that. But I will never forget that. And the two girls that was with her, she ended up getting in a car with another dude. The dude had pulled up, and they was telling him what happened. And they said he was out there saying, that's what the fuck you get, always running your motherfucking mouth. Now she done beat your ass, and you ain't even know. You got, the dude said, the dude was telling her, you got me thinking you knew who she was. You didn't even know who the fuck she was. So apparently she had been talking about me for a while, like a lot of them do. So I'm just like, so, you know, we standing outside the joint, you know, we standing out there, because the other two dudes, they knew the dude that I was with, and we standing out there talking to the two girls, they in the car. They was like, Astoria, we ain't had nothing to do with, we was just looking at her, because she just came out the blue. So in their head, they thought she knew that it was me, and she was trying to basically attack me. And I was like, what? But man, that's how I never had an incident like that before. And now, like, when people see me on the street, it's either you the girl that's on the internet that did the interview, or you the girl that I know you be on Facebook. I mean, one day I was in a motherfucking, I was in a fish place with my son. And the dude who came in there and said, to ask my son, said, you with the lady, you with her, you with that lady, that's the one that did the interview. So my son, he said, he looked at him, and then he looked at me, and he was like, that's my mom. So he totally forgot what the fuck he was talking about too. So my son came back there and was like, Mom. Then he said, damn. He said, yeah, man, that's her, that's my mother. Yeah, that's my mother. So, you know, my face is very recognizable now. And it's cool. It's cool. It's all right. I be on social media. It's all right. It's not no thing. But then one day I had said this shit was embarrassing, because I think I was in the store. I was in the store. And the girl, she was in there getting ready to ring me up, and she recognized me. So I don't have an unrecognizable face. It's cool. It's cool. So I couldn't commit crimes and do shit no more than I used to do. I didn't have an unrecognizable face back then, but as I said before, I didn't think the cameras and, you know, all the, what I would say, the computer shit and all the technology and shit was as grand and as potent as it is today. They got so much shit. They can take and graph your motherfucking face up, and somebody tell me you ran in their yard, and they can graph your face up and all geometric the face and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? This shit crazy. So, but it is what it is. It is, but there's a lot of shit I be laughing, you know. A lot of the older women, they'll see me, they'll be like, that's my girl, I like her, you know. It's a lot of respect. It's a lot. Black Bobby always got stories. Shut up. That's Mo the Goat, y'all. There he go. My homie he always get on here trying it. What's up, Mo? So, you know, it is what it is. It's cool. It's cool. It's respectful. So it's cool. You know, I think sometimes I like to hear how other people, especially when they're not from DC, other people think or what their opinion is. It's never, I never get really a bunch of bad reactions. That's why I know when I see certain fucked up comments on certain shit, that be them people saying bullshit. Because I'm never really out and somebody see me, they give me a bad comment about something. Or I'm never out and, you know, they be like, oh, you shouldn't have said that, or that was fucked up, this. I never get nothing like that. I never get nothing like that, so it's cool. It's cool. You know, sometimes you think some good gonna come out. It's always some good gonna come out of something bad. Especially if you're a good person and you got good intentions about shit and you going in the right track. It's always gonna be some good coming out your bag. So y'all, 7:30. I've been on here since 6. I'm about to go for tonight. I see all my cousins was on here tonight. I love y'all. My girlfriends, my sisters, everybody. So again, if y'all missed it, go back and rewind. I know y'all gonna watch the video again, but I was on here early about these. And these are the Barnetts. So they real cute. And that's this one is the Betty Boot one. And then you can take it and reverse it. I think I'm going to get some and send them to my cousins. I am. I'm going to send it to them. I'm going to get them some and I'm going to send it to them. So, and if y'all want to purchase, anybody want to purchase one, just let me know. Let me know and I will get it to you. And I said if any other ladies, if you got the Astorcious Hair Pomade and you paid for it and you did not receive it, I sent them back because they did come back. So I sent them back. You should receive them in the next week or so. You should receive them. And I already sent out the ladies that, this was the other one that said no throw glitter, no shade. All the ladies that wanted the Barnetts, your Barnetts went out today. So y'all, thanks for stopping by, listening, and joining me tonight. And I'll see y'all later. Let me say my cousin Sean was on here, y'all. He really don't do. What's up, Thomas? I'm going back. Hey, Keith. Oh yeah, my cousin Sean still on here. My cousin Sean, he don't do all that. But I think I can say this. I was talking about my cousins the other day, how like they different, like they be on their shit. And I said that was my Aunt Sandra, which is their mother. They gave her a real nice 70th party, and my aunt was, y'all seen that she was dancing. She was dancing like she was 25 on that floor. She wasn't playing, but I love my cousins because they real positive. And then I was saying my other cousin LaShonda, she's on here. Y'all should check out her dye stuff. She does a lot of women empowerment stuff, so check her out. And my other cousin, he has his own build and stuff, but he's in South Carolina right now, so I wouldn't be able to get him up here to do nothing yet. But I love my cousins. They're very positive, like very positive, and they keep no matter what the fuck is going on, they keep the positivity in our family going, and that's real. You know, a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that, you know, with family, siblings and stuff, but I do, and I'm blessed to have them. So that was that too. All my girls on here. Lakia, who else on here? I seen Michelle. Michelle, I seen you on here. Hello, Mr. Coachman. Miss Pierce. Hey, Stace. That's my other cousin. And Brenda Gadershaw, Ace in the Hole, she grew up with me. Like, literally grew up with me. And I used to do her hair back in the day. And her hair is still long now. So, you know, y'all. Bryce. Lily. Hello, April. I'm just going through it, y'all. Because, you know, some people, I know which ones the stroll past. Some had to call their name. And that damn motor goat. Sister Karima. What's up, Lennis? My other cousin on here. So, y'all, good night, and I love y'all. And I'll see y'all soon. Don't be going out there in that snow. It's still messed up, but I think tomorrow it's supposed to be a little bit better. I guess they're going to clean up the streets a little bit better. DC, child, we're going to be sliding to whenever. We're going to be sliding to whenever. Whenever they feel like bringing a salt truck down your street or down your alley. Until then, we will be sliding till whenever. Whenever the fuck we slide, we slide. See y'all later. Good night. Love y'all.